There seems to be a trend developing in today's society. As people turn from face-to-face interaction to different forms of technology and social media, it seems as though the genuineness of communicating in person is slowly being phased out of existence. A study conducted at Elon University in North Carolina found that 74% of students said they use their phone in the presence of family and friends. In contrast, 74% of respondents to a survey conducted admitted to being bothered by friends or family using technology while spending time with them. This information is very hypocritical, which shows that people seem to recognize the problem, but either don't care enough or don't know how to do anything about it. A relevant example of this would be the use of phones in our modern society. The gradual transition from speaking to texting displays how the overall value of speech in communication has significantly decreased. In the past, it was common practice to use the landline in order to speak with friends and ultimately arrange a time and place to meet in person. In this instance, the technology of the phone was used to enhance social interactions, as people intended to meet up and spend time together face-to-face. Since then, the use of the landline is almost non-existent. People rely primarily on the use of their individual cell phones. Although portable devices have phone call features, the most common use for them is texting. Though it allows for quick communication, texting has significant impacts on the quality of our conversations. What takes seconds to say in a phone call takes longer to type into a text. Thus, a lot of the emotion behind what we want to say is lost in translation. Society has started adopting these texting mannerisms, or short forms and acronyms, and incorporating them into vocal speech. As a result, there has been significant degradation in the language that we use in everyday interaction. This isn't to say that people no longer get together and spend time with each other. Yet, compared to the pre-cell phone and social media era, the authenticity of these hangouts has been compromised. Even though people are in the presence of others, and there's plenty of opportunity for meaningful conversation, their attention is often drawn away from the present and directed towards their phones and other technology. This change has affected the way people pursue their personal relationships with others. This can be exemplified through the pursuit of romantic relationships in the present day. Over the course of many decades, the dynamics of meeting romantic partners have shifted from formal courting to casual hookups. It was once custom to introduce yourself in person, then actually get to know each other and spend time developing the relationship. This way, one knew that their partner had the qualities they were looking for in a lifelong relationship. This dramatically contrasts to the present, where little to no effort is put into developing these relationships, as partners are easily accessible through a variety of apps and sites such as Tinder. It is because of these emotionally vacant introductions that the magic of meeting someone special is lost. In the long term, these relationships lack significance to the partners and scarcely ever result in more than one meeting. This presence of technology has also affected the way that individuals interact within friendships. Plain text, although efficient, lacks the emotional inflection that many messages require, which leaves plenty of opportunities for misinterpretation. As you can imagine, this could have dire repercussions within friendships. In the instance of an argument, friends were able to easily express their feelings and clarify miscommunications in person. However, with the barrier of text in between, the magnitude of a miscommunication is much larger, and it is difficult to clarify how you are truly feeling. This can spark larger outrage, which can break trust and destroy friendships. So what does this mean for our society? If we continue along this trend, our social abilities will further degrade and our relationships will lose all value. It is crucial for us to step back from the influence of technology in our lives and evaluate what is truly important. This can be done through planning an outing with friends that is completely technology-free or inputting consequences on your group involving technology usage. For example, if you're out for dinner, the first person to use technology picks up the bill. Overall, the only way to begin to gain back our quality of interaction is to put down our technology and try to redevelop our effective communication skills. Only then will our relationships with each other gain meaning again.
Have you Googled today?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
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 A recent statistic states that in 1998, the number of online searches was only 9,800. This number skyrocketed to 5,740,000,000 in 2014.
Research has shown that the frequent use of internet by university students is having a negative effect on their cognitive abilities. These effects have been shown to cause a decrease in their memory, analytical skills, concentration, and decision-making.
In a set of studies, Betsy Sparrow, Daniel Wagner, and Jenny Liu looked at the impact of search engines on human memory. They found that people were less likely to remember information if they knew they could access it later on. This shows that internet is impacting our need and our ability to remember facts. To test their memory, we asked 3 University of Guelph students the question, what are the 7 continents?
Africa, Asia, North America. Can I use Google for the rest?
The 7 continents, Africa, Europe, Russia, North America, South America, Asia. I think that's actually all.
The results from these interviews show that with the ability to just go back and look up simple facts, these university students struggled to remember the information that they had once known. A team of researchers at the University of College London looked at the speed of participants' web searches. From that, they were able to conclude that little time was spent analyzing the information being found. Rather, the participants skimmed over the information and power browsed. To illustrate this, we gave students a short paper about safe infant sleep recommendations on the internet. After giving them time to read it, we asked them what was the purpose of the study and how many websites provided accurate information about safe infant sleeping.
So what was the main purpose of the article?
The main purpose of the article was that people tend to use Google to look up their health concerns and questions.
So what would you say the purpose of the article was?
The purpose of the article is people Google things for health questions.
So somewhere in the article it stated a number of how many websites were actually accurate. Do you remember what that number was?
I do not remember that.
So somewhere in that article they named a number of the amount of accurate health websites. Do you remember what that number was?
Around 200 maybe?
These university students displayed that when given a broad question about a paper, they were able to answer it, but struggled in trying to answer a more specific question. This showed that they have trouble analyzing the information to find the details throughout the paper. Although the internet provides us with an unbelievable amount of information, it actually causes people to lose the ability to concentrate on a task. We gave the students a hypothetical situation where they were reading an important article for their next class. Then we asked if they were to receive a text message, would they continue reading or would they check their text message?
Honestly, I'd probably check the text.
I would check the text.
Check the text message.
From these interviews, we can conclude that it is becoming more and more difficult for university students to concentrate on the task at hand. In a study completed by Angelina Dominica, it was found that the internet directly impacts our ability to make decisions. In this experiment, she asked participants to complete an online auction. Throughout the auction, she gave them more and more information about the variable they were bidding on. As the participants tried to absorb this information, they actually inhibited their ability to make well-informed decisions. This is because the part of the brain, the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for making decisions, actually shuts down when it becomes overwhelmed. Therefore, when the brain tries to absorb all the information that the internet provides us, you're actually stopping your ability to make decisions.
Overall, it was proven that the internet does have a negative effect on university students' cognitive abilities.
Through the research and interviews conducted, it was found that the internet negatively impacts memory, analytical skills, concentration, and decision-making skills.
It is important that university students can find connections between the information they're reading online and real-life situations in order to lessen these effects.
As university students, we're always using the internet. Therefore, it's important that we understand these consequences as well as the solutions.
Google safely!
Welcome to Channel 5 News. My name's Kelly.
And I'm Susan. And today's top news story is the social media zombie apocalypse. What can you tell us about this, Susan?
Well, Kelly, it seems that the infection originated in a bar in downtown Guelph called Frankenstein's, where a girl was overcome by the need to constantly take selfies. Since then, it's been spreading by tags, likes, and follows.
It's gone viral! Nancy is in the field talking to a friend of one of the infected. Nancy, are you there?
Thank you, Kelly and Susan. I'm here with Eden Rose, local Guelph student. Eden has been saying that her roommate's been acting kind of weird lately. Eden, what kind of symptoms has your friend been portraying?
She's always on her phone. She's running around taking selfies. She's annoying me when I'm trying to get my studying done. It's all the time.
And when do you think this all began?
Well, ever since we got back from Frankenstein's the other night, she's been acting really weird.
Interesting. Is there any way I could interview your friend, Eden?
You could probably catch her at an off moment. She is on her phone a lot, but she might have a few minutes to spare to speak with you.
Okay, thank you very much. Stay tuned while I interview her roommate.
I'm here with Eden's roommate, Michaela. She's been reportedly stuck in her room for 5 days. Let's go find out why. Michaela?
Friends! Friends! I need friends on Facebook! You have Facebook?
I've been informed that Nancy is okay and shows no signs of infection.
That's great news, Kelly. She'll be back with us later on in the program.
It seems that the outbreak began when people were able to access their social media through new forms of technological devices that never used to exist. Originally, people had to get on their computers to check social media sites such as Facebook or MySpace. Do you remember that, Susan?
Those were the days, Kelly. Now even some televisions have access to social media sites. It's becoming easier and easier to be addicted to social media outlets.
It is taking over the lives of today's youth. People are constantly checking and obsessing over their social media status. 90% of 18 to 29-year-olds have some form of social media.
Instead of being productive or socializing, people are spending a significant amount of time on their phones and laptops. And now we'll switch to some viewer-submitted footage about how the outbreak is affecting Guelph students.
Let me take a selfie.
Filter. I don't know if I should go with XX Pro or Valencia. I want to look tan. What should my caption?
As you can see, Kelly, the infection is spreading a lot faster than we thought. I'm here with Eden for some advice on how to avoid the infection. Eden?
Instagram?
What?
You said Instagram.
No, I didn't.
Must take selfie.
Eden, we're in the middle of an interview. Eden,
like my photo.
What?
Like my photo.
I can't
like it.
I can't
like it. Nancy, are you there? Seems that we've lost connection with Nancy.
This is much more serious than we thought. For now, we recommend you put away your social media and stay indoors until the outbreak has been contained.
Stay tuned for more information, but for now, remember, you can have a social life without having social media.
This has been Kelly and Susan for Channel 5 News. Social media, it's turning us into zombies.